Often mispronounced, but rarely mistaken, Steuben Glass was regarded by many as the finest glass crafted in this country. From practical to whimsical. From simple to simply extraordinary. No wonder Steuben Glass has often been a White House gift over the years, presented to visiting diplomats, royalty, and American heroes. Steuben Glass is a fiery fusion of lead, potash, and above all, sand, near perfect sand, from the Black Hills of South Dakota.
Steuben holds its heat for a while, being the lead crystal. The glass is a little softer. It holds its temperature longer.
When we visited the Steuben factory back in 2004, Jeff Badcock had already been sculpting glass there for more than 30 years.
I think we're the only factory in the States that are still doing the handmade crystal.
Not to mention making sure it's flawless, according to craftsman Wally Paluska.
It's the best glass in the world because we don't let any perfections go by us. If there's anything in the glass, we throw it away.
Indeed, roughly 1 out of every 5 pieces of Steuben glass is destroyed. Many of the finest pieces to survive inspection were on display a few years back at the Museum of the City of New York. It was called Glass and Glamour, marking a century of Steuben glass. A lifespan, though, that was almost cut short in the 1920s, according to curator Donald Albrecht.
In the early years of the Depression, the company was doing badly, like a lot of companies were. And from 1903 up until the early 1930s, they were using colored glass, frosted glass, in a very decorative style.
A style that looked more and more dated when compared to the Art Deco and other modern designs then sweeping through Europe. With bankruptcy looming, Steuben desperately searched for a brand new look. And found it, right at home in New York City.
Basically, what Steuben said in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s was, if you bought a piece of Steuben glass, you bought a chunk of Manhattan glamour.
And with the adoption of a brand new pure lead crystal, originally intended for optical use, the future of Steuben glass, suddenly, was crystal clear. Housed in an avant-garde building with a facade of, what else? Glass bricks. Steuben opened its first Manhattan store on Fifth Avenue in 1934. Soon, world-renowned artists began recognizing there was art in Steuben glass.
It was Matisse who said, the glass that you're doing is so beautiful, I would love to do a drawing for you, and then you can have the Steuben engravers engrave the design into the vase.
The company invited other contemporary artists, such as Georgia O'Keeffe and Salvador Dali, to use Steuben glass as their canvas.
This piece is by the American artist Grant Wood, who was best known for the famous painting known as American Gothic.
For her part, Georgia O'Keeffe used her Steuben glass plate as a chopping board.
This one, I was told by people at Corning, did arrive with cut marks because she actually did use it to cut cheeses, fruits, vegetables, whatever. She actually did use it.
Surely O'Keeffe was the exception. With this week's closing, it behooves all owners to be more careful than ever with their Steuben glass treasures. After all, there will be no more where they came from.